So I got the tool plugged in into the OBD2 port down there in the vehicle. Plug this in, turn these knobs clockwise, tighten it down. This is the main menu. So you got auto VIN, ABS and airbag settings, data manager, steering wheel sensor, OBD2, and then this is to update the tool. So right now I gotta check engine light. So I'm gonna auto scan the vehicle, and you can see I found one code. So I'm gonna hit OK, or F1 in this case for OK. I want to read that code. I'm gonna read that it's a pending. I'm sorry, it's not a pending code. It's gonna be a stored code. And right here it's gonna be O2 sensor, circuit low voltage, bank 1 sensor 2. So what that's gonna indicate to me is that there's something going on with the O2 sensor on the vehicle. It's going to be, I believe, because it's bank 1 sensor 2 as a inline 4-cylinder vehicle, it should be the downstream sensor, but I'm going to have to verify that to check. So the actual code is going to be P0137. Alright, and so that is that's the code. Now I can go in here and look at live data. And right here I could see a complete list. So right now I could check, fuel system, engine coolant temperature. Right now it's giving it to me in Celsius. You can see the engine is not fully warmed up, so that's why it's so low. I could see the engine RPMs. By the way, I will say I do have somewhat of a rough idle, and so I think that has something to do with the O2 sensor. So something to look at is a vehicle speed sensor. These cars on these Saabs, they got a lot of bad wheel bearings, wheel hubs up front, so it's useful to have that. Intake air temperature. So lots of live data, and you can see there is a slight delay. So for example, right now I'm in absolute throttle position. So if I go down, it takes a while, right, to load that next data point. So it's gonna be bank 1 sensor 1. This is bank 1. So that's bank 1 sensor 1. Bank 1 sensor 2 is also, but the variance for bank 1 sensor 2 is a lot less. You can see it's not fluctuating as much. But if you go here, it's kind of all over the place. So it's interesting that I got a code for bank 1 sensor 2, but in reality it looks like I'm having I'm no expert on this. I gotta do some research. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be oscillating like that or not, because the sine, it should be a sine wave. The voltage for your oxygen sensor, it should be kind of a sine wave. So this one is not going, is not fluctuating as much. So maybe it's actually, the second sensor. So that's the live data, and now you can go here, and this allows you to check all the boxes that you want to monitor. So for example, if I just want to look at the O2 sensors, I can go in there, select those two, and that way I don't have to scroll through everything. Alright, so here I'm going to go ahead and try to erase the code. So I'm going to hit yes. It said OK. And right now you can see that light on my dash is no longer there. So that's one thing. Now I could also do the automatic VIN acquisition. This will automatically tell me my VIN number for the vehicle. Right now I have to go down and select my year. And I see what happens. So this is a Saab 9.3 Sport, not just a Saab 9.3. So I go in there, and then now I can look at these modules. ABS information, traction control system. So this allows me to go in there and see exactly what the vehicle is doing for these modules. So right now, if I go ahead, I believe I hit this button on the dash, so I hit the ESP, which is the stability control button. You can see that value turned on, and then right here, if I turn it off, it should shut off. So it does have, I am able to look at exactly what is doing those modules. So then next thing, airbag, seat belts rather. So right now I'm not wearing my seatbelt because I'm parked, I'm not driving. So tells me I could even test that, although it is grayed out, so I'm assuming I can't. Yeah, so it did. Yeah, so that allows me to test the airbag, and I actually got a warning light on the dash that flickered on and off, so that way I know that my seatbelt system is working. This vehicle, I don't know if it has a steering angle sensor function, because you have to go through all the car brands to look through. So this is going to be a Saab, so I got to come down here. One thing I wanted to say is right off the bat, this car is, this tool rather, these buttons to press it, you have to press it down with some force. It's not easy on my fingers. So that is one thing that I will say I don't really like about it. It's nice, but it's like you can't hold the button down. You have to press it a million times to get it to go down. So yeah, I mean, overall it's a good tool. I think for basic live data, it's good. Now, I believe the advertisement for this tool said that there is an ABS bleed function. Now I have not tested that on this vehicle. I don't believe this vehicle has that, but I'm going to check. It has ABS, but I don't know if it'll allow me to do a bleed function, because when I went through the car brands, this didn't have Saab. So this one for ABS it does. So in the other module it did not support Saab, but in this one it does. So I'm gonna go down to 03. I'm gonna go to 93 Sport. And I go into the ABS module right here. I could do live data, but there is no yes. So you can see right here, did a test. All the lights on my dash came on, and so this is so right now I have the active test on. So you can see all the lights are off. Now if I come here and I press F2, turns it off, all the lights are gone. So that is how that function works. But again, no ABS bleed feature right now on this vehicle. So that's not a matter of the tool. It's just on this specific vehicle I cannot test that. So that's just a quick review of this tool and some of its capabilities. I will post more videos on this tool, as needed. But overall, for the price that I paid, I think it offers a good amount of information. But I have to really test the capabilities of the ABS bleed function, because that's really the reason I wanted to buy this tool. So thanks for watching this review.